Everyone, how you doing? It's Imran, Web Squadron. Hope you're all okay. I'm gonna try to be an enthusiastic person today. In fact, I need to just drop the lighting down. I think the lighting's a bit bright. Might be okay actually. Might just be my camera. I hurt my back on Sunday, so I'm feeling a little bit at the moment. So hey Gary, how you doing? Yeah, so my back is slightly hurting. Just been to see the chiropractor. That's made me feel a little bit better, but it's also still made me feel just a little bit painful as well. Hurt my back on Sunday. Still managed to get some stuff and work done, but you know how it is. I've been working on that new course that I'm doing for how to build an Elementor website. And I'll share with you some details with how far have I got so far. So far, I've got 26 videos recorded and edited. Totals just over 3 hours amount of time. And I've still got a load more to do, which is the bigger videos with the actual website build. Hey, Nikos, Tarakanga, Sasha, Pickstar, Gary. I think I saw Jean's name earlier. I think I saw Raheem pop in and out as well. Cheeky little boy. Who else was there? I saw another name. And it's gone out my head. Hey, Sean, how you doing? So I hurt my back. My back hurts, so I'm feeling a little bit... I don't want to say I'm feeling angry or restless, but I'm not feeling overly happy at the moment with my back. Hey, Humberto. So this is the current list of the videos that are recorded. Hey, Avidis, how you doing? I'm hoping to have this all up and running by 2 weeks' time. I'm hoping. The idea is that there'll be like the videos, obviously, there'll be loads of notes guiding for you how to build a website as well. Hey, Paul, how you doing? Hope you're well. And Stuart, you too. And there'll be a template kit as well. So the entire website we build, not only will you be able to see the pages, because they'll be available as well, but you can also download the template kit, the fonts, the images, all of that stuff. Hey, Davor, how you doing? So tell me, people, what are you all up to and how is life going with all of you? We're in September now. Christmas is just around the corner, methinks. Let me just rearrange my setup over here. Let me just get things in place. Last week, I had a bit of a rant about fake influencers, and last week I noticed a massive influx of SEO and some web designers as well. Now we're getting even more. So in the last 2 days or this weekend, there's been an explosion over people telling everyone, hey, you can earn $30,000 per website. When you then go to that TikTok influencers link and you look at their website, they've only got 2 example websites on there. They're very basic. The website they build are very basic. Their website is tragically basic. It's more like a massive link tree page. That's their website. That's literally it. And they're basically telling everyone out there, yeah, follow us, hire me out for a consultation and I will help you earn $30,000 per website. And the amount of people that must be signing up for this, I mean, it's a tragic world where it's easy to fake it to make it. In a way, some are legit. Advanced custom fields pro level tutorial, please. Not on the cards yet. What bit of ACF pro level would you want to know, though, Samar? Out of curiosity, you say advanced custom fields pro level, but what would you want to see covered in there? Is it that you want to go over some specific pro field, maybe? Is it the general repeater? Just so I get a flavor for what you're thinking. Hey Dave, how you doing? I was just sharing on screen the new course that I'm building out. This will be a paid course, though. It's going to be a paid course, all right? The videos on here will never be available on YouTube. And if you look at the length of them, They're quite detailed, all right? And I'm not waffling. They're on point, but I'm sharing nuggets of info and stuff. But that will be coming out in about a couple of weeks' time. I need to complete it, build out the website, build out the notes, sort out my pricing model for it. And then it will go live in a couple of weeks. And will there be a special discount for Web Squadroneers? Yes, there will. There will be a 20% off special offer for a limited time. In fact, it's not even a limited time, but it will be a kind of limited time. But I'll let you know about that in a couple of weeks' time. Sean, I have a question about Elementor Forms. When a form is filled out, it's assigned a number. I want this number to display in the subject line. Ooh, okay. If you can identify the class name of that particular number, then you could return it in the subject, but that's only if you're able to identify it. Well, here's the thing, right? Here's the thing, my friend Dave. In fact, who here wants to see a sneak preview of the pricing? Is it risky for me to share with you a sneak preview of the pricing and what you get? Is it too sneaky of me to do that? Do you think I should? Who wants to see it? If you want to see it, I'll show you. It might scare some of you off. And by the way, the pricing could change. Nothing is final. Are you willing to, I don't know, maybe I get some of your feedback. Humberto is switched to using bricks. Every new project is bricks. Elementor is only for old projects. I think that's the thing, Humberto. You're going to find that there's different tools out there, and some of them are going to work for you much better than others. And that's the harsh reality. Some people love Elementor, some love bricks, some love breakdance, some love Wix, some love Visual Composer. That's just the way it is in the world, right? So I am going to share with you what the pricing structure looks like at the moment. So let me now just get and show you it. Right, okay, so the prices in here, okay, are, let me get this right. Whoops. So here's what the pricing will be. I'm just trying to show it to you without showing off too much because there's some hidden stuff in there that I don't want to show off. Right, so here's what the pricing is. Okay. So there will be, by the way, that 20% is only going to be for Web Squadroneers. Okay. That's only going to be for Web Squadroneers. There's no early bird pricing. Unless you're a Web Squadroneer, you get a special code, and I'll let you know all about that. You will get basically you're going to get the videos, the notes, the pre-build info as well, and the template kit. That should say template kit. You get the full template kit as well. That is going to be $147. So you need to do the conversion for your pounds. I think in the UK, that would work out to be £115 in the UK. In fact, let me just put in dollars and British pounds like that, something like that. Okay. You're going to get notes about the wireframe, the sitemap, the fonts, the colors, all of that. That's going to be available on the page for you to go and have a look at. You get that for free. The actual template kit and all the videos and everything is 147, the notes, etc., etc. If you also want to have a review as well, so everything that's above, all that's above, including the website review video. So in fact, I should say all of the above plus website review. So all of the above plus the website review comes to $297. But you're actually getting a 74% discount over what the true price of that would have been. Doesn't make sense, but it will when I do the pricing. Now, I know there are going to be lots of people that look at that and going to go, I don't like that price. I think I've got into a habit of whenever I do courses of offering them for very low prices. I just realized you can't see my face. I should have gone for this, shouldn't I? There you go, so you can see my face. But I do think that we're already doing a lot of our mastery modules at pretty decent prices. And I feel like the amount of time and effort going into this. So if I was to show you what I've currently done so far, let me just get this to be 100%. If we go over here, don't forget to hit the like button. So far, I've done 26 videos. The total length is 3 hours. Sorry, my finger should be there. Total length is 3 hours. The actual recording time was just over 4.5 hours. If you imagine 4.5 hours worth of recordings, breaks in between, editing time was about 5 to 6 hours. The amount of time you're putting in and all of that is quite lengthy. Yeah, I mean, I like to think, Dave, that by offering, by offering something a little bit extra, which is what we're doing here with this. Let me just get the pricing up there again. So what you get is you get all the videos, you get the template kit. You also get a website review. And by the way, the website review will be me recording a video, a private video that I will share back out to you. And I won't look at your back end. I have to be honest, though. It's more about the presentation. And I'm not going to log in because I could be on your website for 3, 4, 5, 6 hours. Then I can't devalue my time. But what you would get is me going in and kind of doing a video over what I like or what I think you might want to reconsider or think about as well. So on top of the Elementor, the pre-build and template kit, it does work out to be $150 extra. But when you work out the fact that I would normally charge $200 for a 1 hour one-to-one consultation, I think it kind of speaks for itself. But not everyone's going to go for it. Not everyone's going to go for it. There's going to be loads of people that do not like the pricing of that. They don't like the fact that I'm charging for stuff like this. So we'll just have to see how it goes, really. But I've got loads of work. Number one, my back's been hurting since Sunday. Really, really giving me problems. So recording when you got backache, you have to record as if no one knows you got backache, and that's difficult, but you can do it. And I've still got a chunk. I reckon the total length of all of this, okay, at the moment, the total length of this comes to 3 hours long so far. I think that when I've covered off all of these other items that I still have to record down here, the hero banner, the rest of the homepage, footer, services about contact 404, posts, ACF, loop grid, blog post, single blog, all of that, all of that stuff. I think it's going to come in at close to 7 hours again, maybe. And we're not even doing WooCommerce. We're not doing LMS. We're not even doing rank math or any of that. It's just like, it's just Elementor website, the pre-build, all the preparation work, all of this stuff. I think it's going to be quite lengthy. I do also want to share with you, though, I'm going to share with you one other important aspect, and I'm going to wait for it to load up, and then I'll explain why this is important again. Let me just get the address up. I have seen a question come in, though, from JMXHD. Have you ever been stuck in a rut dealing with motivation? Haven't had a project for a while. I'm feeling like shit. Want to try a cold email? Okay. Let's get serious then, right? Let's get serious, everyone. In fact, can I just show one thing and then I'm going to get serious, okay? So this is, so far, the website with Elementor. And all I've got on here at the moment is a heading, a footer, which is not built out, but we have the header template, the footer template, and we have one line for the page. So this has next to nothing on it. However, from the get-go, with Elementor Pro, we are getting 100% on the mobile and the desktop. This is where you should be when you build a website with Elementor. if you follow our page speed optimization tips and tricks, and everything is free, free code snippet, fast press, WP Meteor. And if you follow our steps from the get-go, you should be hitting this score, right? As you build, your score will go up and down, but you keep your eye on the score. What caused it to dip? And that is something I am very much focusing on a lot throughout the video when I start building with Elementor. Okay, we've done the hero banner. What's the score? We add on another container with images. What's the score? And I think if you get that into your head, because even with bricks, on bricks, someone posted a post saying they did a website on bricks and a website on Elementor. Elementor was something like, I think 70 something percent or 60 something. The bricks was 40 odd. And they were like, how's this happened? It's the same kind of build. How the hell has this happened? And what I said to them was, it doesn't matter where you build. It's how you build it. And just because you think that you don't need to put optimization into bricks, you should still consider it. Do you get what I mean? Breakdance would still require a level of optimization. Gutenberg will still require something to go in there, maybe with the lazy load or the loading of fonts. So don't overlook that. Now let's go over to JMXHD, feeling about motivation. I'm going to be putting out a series of videos next week or the week after. Depends on if I can get this done first and then crack on to that. Getting clients is not easy, but you can't wait for it to happen. If you are struggling to attract them, you need to look at what are you doing, and you might need to speak to someone like a mentor. Hey, you know where I am, but you might need to get mentored by someone. You might need them to review what are you doing. So what are you doing on social media? Because cold emailing is the easy answer. Yeah, I'm just going to cold email, and you could get lucky, but you could spend a load of time. And if your messaging in your cold emailing is the same as the messaging you did in social media, on Facebook, on LinkedIn, and all of these other places, and you're just going to regurgitate, well, it didn't work here. So why would it work on the cold email now? You need to explore your content. What are you doing? What are you saying? How are you approaching it? Do you know how many emails I get? And it literally looks like they've copied and pasted from Word or Excel, because the words are black and they highlight everything in yellow. Does anyone else get that? You get loads of words highlighted in yellow. So what you've got to do is look at what are you putting out there? What are you saying? What are you showcasing? Are you answering questions? Are you like preempting what they might be thinking, and you're offering a solution within your email or your social media post? What about your images? What about your own website? What if they were considering you? They clicked on your Facebook profile, and on your Facebook profile, you've gone and put an image, or you've gone and said something about someone, and they don't like it. Let me give you an example, okay? I am not trying to divide any political parties or anything like that. What if you put something on your Facebook about Donald Trump? Whether you like him or don't like him, okay? Whether you like him or don't like him, that's up to you. But you put something on. Client comes over and notices on your Twitter or your Facebook or something you made a comment about Donald Trump, and they don't agree with it. You've probably switched them off. Now that's a very worst case scenario kind of thing. I'm pushing the spectrum here. But what are you putting on your social media? What are you putting on your website? They might have clicked a link. They've gone to your website, but your website does not look polished, or it looks crazy or cramped. That again can put them off. So you can pay $1,000 and put out adverts over Google and sponsored adverts over Facebook and loads of stuff. You can do all of this. But it's not just about how much you put out or where you put it. It's about what you put out. So you might want to think about some review over that. Humberto, if you're professional and attentive, you can get to over 90 in bricks right bat without optimizing. You are right, Humberto. You can do. I have seen some cases though where what some people do is they put loads of stuff and they resort to putting carousels and sliders everywhere, and then the score still goes down. So I still feel like, no matter how good the tool is, a lot of the methodology will kick in. Fencing Farnham, are you able to review the featured image issue on my website? Right, yes, I've just got your email. So can you please review the screenshot? So I'm not sure what it is. In the featured image, so you've got a screenshot that says the featured image is not being updated on Google. Well, that depends on where did you add that image is my question then, Fencing Farnham. Where did you add it? Is it via Rank Math? Is it via Elementor with the featured image? It depends on where did you add that image? Where's that image come from? Is the image on your website or somewhere else? And it all depends on where you're done on Rank Math, So it depends on where you put it. So all you've got to do now is find where you put it, either in Rank Math. It might be the actual page featured image. So you open the page, go to the site settings cog. You will then see one for the featured image for the page, and you modify that. For your Rank Math, you go in and see what it's pulling through from there. So a bit of exploration, because you can't answer it based on an image. It's down to what you're doing, and because you're working on your website, you should know the answer to that. Hey Pez, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. Pretty good. So I'm hoping to have this new Elemental course out in a couple of weeks. Mainly because some people have said that the How to Start a Web Design Business course was good or great, but what they really want is like a detailed step-by-step video. Yes, we have videos on YouTube. The trouble with the YouTube videos is you try and do more or a lot within a short space of time. So even though the YouTube Elemental video we did about 4 months ago was 7 hours long, there was a lot in that 7 hours. The pre-build, the optimization, the Elemental, the single post, the blogs, the WooCommerce, the LMS courses, the Rank Math, doing the SEO on the homepage and other pages. There was loads of stuff in that 7 hours. Now I'm just focusing on your pre-build, your optimization, your settings, your global colors, your images, all of that, and then Elemental and blog. So I'm kind of going from probably 10 areas down to about 4, because I think for a lot of people, that is going to be more than enough for what they need to do. So JMXHD, back to you, okay? You need to speak to someone. You can either pay to have a private consultation with someone and they review your content and what you're doing, or you take a step back and you find someone who's doing really well. Now, you've got to find someone who's doing well in your geographical location. There's no point. Let me give you an idea, okay? There's no point going to Mr. Beast and saying, what does Mr. Beast do on YouTube, and imitating him. Number one, he's got loads of capital and money. Number two, he was around at the right time. Number three, his style of videos hits a different customer base and the way he does things. Number four, he's probably got a huge marketing editing team with him, and he has loads of friends. And number five, he could put out a video where he's just sat on the toilet and he'll still get 1 million views. What you want to do is find someone in your geographical location who's doing quite well, or they say they're doing well. Look at their website. How often are they posting on social media? Do their posts get a lot of engagement? Do they kind of attract an audience, a following? And when you understand more about them and what they do, it's going to help you to understand yourself a little bit better. But if you're struggling to do that, then you might want to get some private mentorship. Now, there will be people out there that offer that for free. I don't offer that for free at all anymore because I ended up offering too much time and effort for free. But you might just need that. But don't jump to cold emailing without considering what is your content, okay? Because if your content's shit, you're not going to get anywhere. And if you end up spending like a day or two of your life, wouldn't that have been spent better doing something else? So Fencing Farnham, have you located where this image is popping up? Is it just on your page or is it loaded anywhere else? Pez Loaded said, hi, VM. Visual media. I had to think about that one then. I must say, though, by deciding to do this Elementor course, I've gone and added a lot of pressure onto myself because I've got a job starting next week. So the timelines for me are very, very difficult at the moment. Also, I've hurt my back. And, you know, like just being sat in this chair right now is actually quite painful. You know, it's not comfortable, put it that way. Right, I've just had someone email Insomnia, who is so we got Hendrik. Hendrik, where are you on here, Hendrik? Where are you, Hendrik? If you're on here, Hendrik, can you please let me know? So you've got a website. It's not finished except for the homepage. I do have the feeling the homepage has a weird feeling. So Hendrik, if you are on here, is that what am I witnessing? So I'm only going to look at your homepage. I won't look at your other pages. Because otherwise then I've got to do all of them. So is that you, Hendrik? Yeah, it is you. Okay, right. So this is Hendrik's website and we're going to jump into it right now. Okay, so let me just move my window a little bit and we should be able to see that. Right, I'm going to refresh the page. So when this loads through, it's obviously doing the translation, which is good. €10 discount. I would make the word discount be a capital D, because the word discount should be a little bit more, you know, make that be a capital D on your first month. We have a logo. Not sure about that logo. Not sure what that, it looks like a city, I think, or signals, I think. Home procedure, signals. Yeah, okay, test website. I can see what you're doing there with the mega menu. The mega menu works pretty well, I'm the edging there, but we'll let that go. The trouble with this button is there's not a lot of white space. You've got bigger white space here than you have above and below it. So I feel like if you're going to have it that big there, you got to match it above and below. That's quite neat. How's this website been built? Are you using, what is this? It's a Bricks website. So this is a Bricks website. We have a pretty neat feature over there with the dark and light. I don't think having Telegram, TikTok, and Instagram right at the top is a good idea. I have this thing about, no, Ice for my Darren, me and Ice, when I have, let me just jump out for a moment. If the cold touches my back, I am dead. Even if I'm walking out and my back is fine, the minute I feel freeze on my back, I seize up like a proper seize up. But thanks for the advice, Darren. I used to do that, but no. I mean, I have to go see the chiropractor a lot anyway. Right, back over to the website. So I'm not sure about the social media icons. Also, the social media icons create this space over here. A lot of space there, which I think could be better utilized. And I think you need to just put a bit more space above and below there. Trading signals, the road to financial freedom. It's a nice lottie, actually. The lottie does work with your color scheme. I'll give you that. It works from a color scheme point of view. It's all tied in together. It's not a bad lottie, actually. You know, it's it's pretty decent. Hold on, what's that? Did that clock suddenly slip around? Oh, no, it doesn't. I thought the clock did something funny then. Your menu grows out. That's quite, I mean, it's neat, but it's a feature that I don't think is overly, you know, I think it's neat, but I'm not sure about, if you think about the industry you're in, okay, you're going to be, hey, Andrew, you're going to be trying to attract people in accounting and stocks and shares and brokers. Is that really going to wow them with that header? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Subheader's okay. Get started, how it works. That's pretty good. You know, getting them, a lot of people will probably click how it works. So there's good thinking there. Learn and grow with courses and signals. I think that's a bit too wide. I would bring it in to maybe start here and it goes to about here. I would, so if you look at how wide yours is, I would start there and go to there. So it's like within the width. Hey Andrew, it's within, it's not wider than the header, okay? Sometimes if you go too wide, it looks, because that's quite a long header. If it was learn and grow, you could get away with it. Because it's this wide, I feel like you should only go for to about somewhere like that. To get it to wrap a bit more. The line spacing here. I think you need to decrease the line spacing. I would just squeeze it down a little bit. Because the space you have here is equal to almost what you have here and here. I would shrink that down just a bit. It just makes it easier to read. That's okay. How do our signals lead to your success? That's quite good. Nice image over there. It's nice and clear, except when you get the white text over the gray, but I think you can get away with that. No, this is Bricks, John. This is a Bricks website. This is Bricks website from What Am I Witnessing? Choose the plan that suits you. Now, here's the thing I'm not sure about. You're telling me this, then you're telling me about the courses, and then you jump straight into choose the plan. I don't know what, I don't think there's enough on here to sell the plan yet. Like you're saying what you do, but I don't think we've got benefits to fully explain what you get out of it. Hey, Geordie, how you doing? So I would say there needs to be a bit more about why you should join the plan. Because if you look at it, right, if you look at this, we say trading signals, learn and grow. How do they lead to your success? But I haven't seen any evidence. So we're saying it's going to analyze the indicators, identify lucrative trading opportunities. That's it. It identifies, but it hasn't told me what is the success. You know, what is it? What is it? What will I get out of it? Financial freedom? That's too broad. This tells me how to learn. This says I'm going to get told about lucrative trading opportunities, but what is the success? What am I really going to get out of it? Humberto, Elementor gets more clicks than Bricks, if I'm honest, because Bricks has a big following, but there's not all of them watch videos, right? There are some influencers that focus just on Bricks. Their growth rate with subscribers is it's not slow, but it's not rapid like what I'm probably getting. So in terms of success, before you get to the plan, I need to be sold more. Why would I go for this? You told me I get lucrative trading opportunities, but so what? Now what would happen with that? Bronze. Now, when it comes to pricing, your best choice should be the silver. Let me tell you a trick, okay? You want to have a low price, but you want to make the one in the middle have loads more benefit. And then you want to have a higher price, but you want people to kind of go, I'm not going to go for that. I'll go for this instead. But you're telling me that's the best choice. So now you've created confusion. I would move the best choice to be over here. This one. Because not everyone's going to jump to this. Not at all. This should be the bonus. This should be your best choice. And this one should be your bonus extras that you get. And then you got a footer. I'm not liking the blue over there. Not good at all. With love created for trading. I'd get rid of that. That doesn't... Think about it. Do you really think accountants, financial people who deal in stocks and shares and brokerage and all of that, do you really think they're going to care about with love created for trading? Not at all. No, they won't. Yeah, okay. I'm not sure why. So what you've got, let me just move my face a little bit. You've got this arrow down here, right? And you click it and it basically expands to show more. I would actually just leave it expanded. I would just leave it expanded. Anyway, I am witnessing, that's all I'm going to say there. Oh yes, sorry. John made a very good point. I skipped that, sorry. Start now. That needs to be a white font. Web accessibility, people. Web accessibility. Okay, right. Let me go back to the questions over here. How can I make the button background change color when the visitor hovers over the whole column? Do you have an easy solution? So, Geordie, what you would do, okay, is inside your column, you will have you first give the button a class. For the button, you then clear out the standard color, and you also clear out the you clear out the standard color and the hover color, right? Then into your column, you put the CSS for the color, and then you put in another bit of CSS that says column, whatever is the class name for the column, or even selector for the column, colon hover, and then you set the new button color. And then what will happen, Geordie, is when you hover over the column, it will then change the color of the button instantly. So that's what you would do. John pulled over. Lol on the speed of a car shakes the bit. Are you driving, John? Johnny, do you recommend a specific niche? Well, you're going to know the niche, Johnny. Hi, by the way. Hey, Pickstar, how you doing? And glad you're back, mate. So, Johnny, if you were going to start again, okay, what you got to think about is, if you're thinking of going for a niche, what niche area are you considering? Because it's easy to say, oh, I should consider a niche. But what niche are you thinking of? And is the niche rewarding enough? So if you say, I'm going to create websites for people that are 10 foot tall, you're probably going to have nearly no customers. So you got to identify what area do you think you want to focus on. So you want to go for sports. Again, too broad. What do you mean by sports? Do you mean football and cricket? Rugby? Tennis? Do you mean, right, personal trainers? Right. But what are you going to do about personal trainers? So it's good to nicheify, but there's loads of people that nicheify in personal trainers. Loads. There's loads. They're all over the place. Right, booking system. Now go deeper. What booking system are you going to offer? Right? What makes you different to anyone else? Are you going to offer something that no one else has done? If not, there's going to be people who, by word of mouth, hey, you're a personal trainer, you need a website. Yeah, go to them. They're brilliant. They're already going to have a following. So for you to break into that arena, see what I did there? To break into that arena, what are you going to do that is different? Calendly, right, Johnny, why would some personal trainers go with you over others that might have a more different kind of system? So now what you got to think of is, okay, let's go with Calendly for personal trainers. That's okay. how are you going to make what you offer enticing to them? Is it your price? Is it the way you present? Is it your style? Is it, yeah, what is it that's going to make them go, well, it's just a Calendly link. I could just send that link to everyone on my Facebook profile. How are you going to convince them like that? And that's the thing that becomes very tricky, because they will already have solutions out there. And when they realize all you're doing is putting a Calendly link on, you can't say, hey, we're going to offer a booking system. That's not true. You're offering Calendly on their website. So that's what you got to think about. Andrew had a planned trip to the family in Schutai. Is that in Germany? Was that in Germany? But it looks like it is off now. Oh, why is it off, Andrew? Why is it off? So Johnny, if you think about it, imagine this, right, Johnny? And I want everyone here that's online right now, imagine you're a personal trainer. Are you going to work with a web designer who says, hey, I'll give you 3 sports images for photographs? Is that going to convince you? Because it wouldn't convince me. I'd be like, I'll just get the photos myself. It's not enticing, I think, in a way. Because then that's like saying, what? I'm going to then, yeah, it just feels like, what? 3 images every month. That's like 36 images a year. What if I don't use them all? What happens to them? Humberto, what's my background? Okay, let's start off with my background then. I am 44 years old. Okay, I born and bred in the UK. I did quite well growing up. You know, education, GCSE, A levels. I went to the University of Sheffield in 1997 and did a medical degree, and I dropped out after 2 years because I had a brain tumor removed. I got a big scar, which goes from here, goes all the way around there. That was removed in 1999. Kind of messed up my degree and my feelings towards continuing, because I used to study in the university, the Sheffield Royal Hallamshire Hospital in Sheffield. I'm still good friends with people I used to study with, really good friends. And then I got a job in the council, very low paid job, £5 an hour, just copying text. And I worked my way up to being assistant building surveyor, but unqualified. Anyway, I then went back to uni, so worked at the council in the daytime, and in the evenings I went and studied law at De Montfort University in Leicester. And halfway through my degree while doing law, I got a job in the NHS. And this is like over 20 years ago. 20 years ago, actually. And I worked my way up. I started again on £5 an hour. And I worked my way up to be head of business intelligence in Leicestershire, Lincolnshire, bits of London, Kent, Medway, Dover, all of those areas. Now, even though I was in the NHS for 20 years and I worked my socks off, analytics, analysing, working with hospitals and doctors, budgets, GPs, you name it. About 2004, roughly 2004, I started experimenting with websites. So this is while I had my day job, and I was probably pulling in 70 to 90 hours a week. I was working left, right, centre, weekends, bank holidays, Christmas Day, whatever day. If something needed doing, and I knew it affected patients, hospitals, or doctors, I was there to sort things out, get on top of things. I had a reputation. I was a bit of a maverick in how I did stuff. But since 2004, in my own time, I started playing around with websites. And the reason I played around with websites was because I always loved to experiment and learn. In the analytics department in the NHS, I was one of the first people to start using SQL. Everyone else was doing their queries and analysing on Microsoft Access. And I switched to SQL. And then I ended up training loads of people for the next 20 odd years on SQL, how to analyze, how to data mine, how to do reporting, how to create presentations, how to pull out insights, how to make things actionable, innovative. That's I love to be innovative. I love to problem solve. But all the way during that time, I was experimenting with websites. Got a few gigs here or there, built websites for people, worked with like, raw HTML, CSS, the real full site kind of thing. It wasn't easy because I was trying to juggle my day life. And I got my law degree in 2004, by the way. So 1997 to 1999, I was at the University of Sheffield, left after the second year, went back to university in 2000 and got my law degree. So I've got an LLB honours in law in 2004. Yay! Never really used it. Yay! Got that. I just experimented with websites, on and off, on and off, on and off. Hey, Mohammed. And then during about 2011, 2012, I started using WordPress about 2005. I think I started using WordPress. And then I really used WordPress in about 2011, 2012. I was building websites for authors and writers because I did a lot of fictional writing. So I met up with writers. Hey, you need a website? Yeah, I'll do one for you. But I was relying a lot on theme forest. Themes and templates. And you just spend so much money, or the client's money, on getting, we'll try this, we'll try that, we'll try this. So much wasting time and money. When Elementor came on the scene, Visual Composer, all of these other stuff, I tried lots of them. And then Elementor came on the scene and it made things quicker and easier, especially when handing over to clients. And things really, 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 really picked up a gear around about lockdown. So, I was building websites, but it was very much on and off. I wasn't actively going, hey, I've got to get clients, I've got to do this, got to do that. But it was going really well. And we were word of mouth referrals. It was going well. They came in and we get it done. But during lockdown is when I really started to go, you know what? Do I want to continue in the NHS? Because I work my socks off, but nothing really changes. I can be really blunt here, and you can say this about nearly every department in the world. It's nothing to do with who the government are. I've worked under Labour government. I've worked in the Conservative government. It doesn't matter. The same problems will happen. And you sometimes go, is there really anything changing? Is anything really improving? Like, really? Why am I working hard for? What is the point? And then in October 2020, I had a heart attack. I had to go to the hospital and have a stent put in. And it was, anything, it could have been a really bad result. Luckily, things worked out. And it was during that point of October 2020, I really had you know what? I want to put all my time into web design. And from that point onwards, I put more time in. So I was still working my socks off 70, 80 hours a week. And then in any little free time I had, usually late at night, I was putting into web design. And then we started the YouTube channel in June 2021. And that started picking up. I was getting more recognition. I was getting myself out there. There was more word of mouth referrals because we were doing more and more and more clients, more and more and more. To put things into perspective, okay, from June 2020 until June 2021, okay, that 1 year, we turned over 84 websites. Some of them were so simple. They didn't take long to do. They were like a day to do, a day or two. Didn't take long. Hey, Yasser. Hey, Zaki. Hey, everyone. So, word of mouth, working with people, customers, clients was going really, really well. And then in January 2022, I retired from the NHS. I handed in my notice 3 months prior. during 2021. And in January 2022, I left the NHS. Big move. Okay. I'm not going to tell you what I was earning, but I was a high earner there. Okay. And when I left, it was like a big risk. It was one of the riskiest move I've ever made. One of the riskiest things I've ever done. When you have a mortgage, when you have outgoings, when you have house and things to manage, it's a big, like, what are you doing? You're leaving the NHS. For the first 2 months, things were not great. All of a sudden, we got the odd client, but not many. And I was a bit like, oh my God, what have I done? But you know what? I stuck at it. I kept doing what I know I like doing. I kept making sure that I'm going to be careful with what I spend. Now, practically, it's not exactly, but I'm practically now earning roughly very close to what I was when I was in the NHS. So it's taken what I would say, let's get this right, 9, 12, nearly 21 months, you could argue. Slowly, from the moment I left the NHS, income went boom, like that, like that, boom. Okay? So you got to watch what you're spending now. You got to make sure that, oh, I got a really great, oh, well, we just built a website for $5,000. Yay, let's go spend it. No. You cover your overheads. You cover your living cost, but your living costs must be the bare minimum to survive. Not, oh, pizza. That's not a living cost. That's a luxury. And then bit by bit, you get to where you want to be, the sweet spot. So in terms of life journey, I think I've been there. I've been, I've experienced a lot. There's good times, there's bad times. There are moments when you will have no clients for a month. It happens. But you put that time into then re-explore your website, videos. Oh, I'll create a course. Oh, I'll do this. I'll help someone out. And then I just had 3 on the trot. Dung, 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 dung. No, it weren't 3 on the trot. It was 4 on the trot. Right? And I'll give you some values. One of them was $9,000. Another one was 8,000. Well, if you convert it from what it was in pounds to that, one was 9, one was 8. We then did another one, which was $3,500. And now we got another one. No, sorry, that was that other one. That was just under 3,000. 4 on the trot. Boom, 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 boom. We got another 2 lined up. We've got another one who's been dragging their heels, but I know they're going to work with us. So you got to look at, you will have dead moments, dead zones. I had a client who was going to start their build, and it's only about just over $2,000 because it's not a full build. We're only going to do bits of it. Hey, Inderpreet. They were meant to start on the 28th of August, which was last week. They're delayed, and it's now probably not going to start until mid-ish September, I think. Fine. I don't sit there going, well, I booked out a week or 2 to do his website, and now he's not here. Sorry, not a week or 2. It was about 3 days. I booked out some time for him. There might have been an upsell. Oh, God, what do I do? Order a pizza. No. You know what I decided? I was like, well, I've been meaning to do an Elementor course. Let me go and create the course. So there's the course. We're currently building out the information, right? I mean, that's not all of it, by the way. There's still, the bits I've done and the bits still to record and edit and all of that. That's what you do, okay? You don't wait for the world to give you. You don't wait for the email to drop. Hey, I want to work with you, because it might never come. What you got to do is improve yourself, learn, experiment. Maybe you've wanted to use bricks, but you've never got into it. Hey, we've got videos. Go and watch them. Please go and watch them. Go and learn bricks. Go and learn breakdance. Okay? Self-improve, self-reflect. Always make sure you keep some of your money back as well. okay? Always make sure you keep your money back. So if I was going to say that my savings, let's say that's my savings pot right now, okay? I always make sure that my savings pot has got enough to cater for 1 year's worth of income. So if right now, for 1 year, I basically made nothing, I've got enough to cater 1 year. In a worst case scenario, I'd go down to 6 months. But the moment I hit 6 months and there's no income, and I've now dipped into my savings, which I never have had to do yet, yay! But if you had to, you need to now really go, right, the shit's hitting the fan, right? Shitstorm time. What do? Do I continue? Or do I now treat this like a side hustle and I go, right, I need to go get some other work elsewhere? Do I need to now go and do whatever? And this is where you have to swallow your pride, okay? When I left university in 1999, after I had my brain tumor, I was not myself. I was in a dark place. I didn't trust people. I had brain neurosurgery, okay? I was not feeling good. I doubted people. I had paranoia. I was suspicious. I was not myself. I left home with £110 in my bank account. I took all my clothes, my bike and stuff, and I had £110. I went and found a bedsit that no one knew where I was, because back then I didn't have a mobile phone. I didn't have a laptop or anything. I didn't have a computer. No one knew where I was. I was off the grid. Found a bedsit apartment. It was a 1-bed apartment. And it was literally, the room was about the size of this room. I had a bed. I had a cooker. It was like a cooker and a small little, tiny little fridge. I had a table and I had a wardrobe. And that was it. That's all there was in the room. And there was a bit of space there, but that was it. As soon as you got out of bed, you were practically facing the cooker. If you went over there, you hit the table. And if you go there was the door to go out. And that cost me £90 per month. So with £110 in my bank account, I paid that and had £20 left. Do you know what I did? Bearing in mind, I just left like a medical course. And I felt I was pretty good with, using computers while I was at university with Excel and Word and all of that. I went and got a job lifting boxes in a warehouse. I went over to an agency. Hey, have you got any work? Yeah, okay, but that day, loading boxes for Argos into like trucks. And it wasn't easy, but that's all I did. And then the next day I went back going, I don't think I like that. Have you got anything else? And that's when I got my first job in the council at that time. And by the way, I did have a job with the Odeon Cinema, which I left because when I left university and I left home, I wanted no one to know where I was. So I left my job at Odeon. That was paying quite well. Like I took major risk. But then I got a job at the council for £5 an hour, literally just, they would give me bits of paper and I'd be sat there typing them up. And it was through that they saw potential because I was able to do more. You hear someone next to you going, oh, and you go over and go, what's wrong? And they go, I'm trying to do an Excel sheet. Oh, okay, yeah, this is how you do it. Oh, I'm trying to create a form. Oh, yeah, this is how you do it. Oh, I want to do something where you click here and it adds it up and it multiplies it there, but I'm not sure how to do that. This is how you do it. And you get yourself in. When I was in the NHS, my job was similar there as well. They gave you stackfuls of paper. We're talking, the dot matrix printers. The old dot matrix ones. You had stacks of paper. The ones that were folded like the zigzag overlapping. And you had to go through them and check the numbers and type the numbers in. Again, someone over there had a problem with Excel. Oh, this is what you do. Someone over there did not know how to, a receptionist, did not know how to mail merge with Word. That's not easy, difficult. This is how you do it. Someone wanted someone that was struggling to explain something. And I keep my ears open. You learn on the job. You learn. You observe. Yeah, this is what that means. Oh, how do people get into hospital and where do they go? This is what they do. The NHS brought out the payment by results. In 2004, they brought out the PBR. It was a massive, like A4, like it was like over like 300 pages booklet, massive. I spent time reading it and I became an expert on it. And this is what you have to do. You become an expert in your field. That's it, Picstar. Needle printer. Yes, needle, Picstar. You know, all of it. I'm showing my age now, right? All of those, you were like, what the heck? You know, if you threw it, it would be endless, like a stack of cards. Ding, 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 ding. But with the NHS, I became the go-to person. So when we had to explain to GPs and doctors, look, when the patient goes into hospital for a cataract, the NHS is free. But in actual fact, that cataract operation is £2,500. That then has to be paid by XYZ. They should be out of hospital within 1 day. If they're in hospital for more than 1 day, it's an extra £200. That then blocks the bed from another service. And you start to explain all of this, you've got them. They trust you. They listen to you. They have a problem. Where's Imran? I want to do something here. Where's Imran? And yes, it feels like everyone is coming to you, but your reputation goes up. EAT, trust, experience, and something else. So it's about putting yourself out there. And that is my ethos with what I've done all the time. That's how I've lived my life. When I was a kid, I used to love drawing. Someone needed help with drawings, I would help them out. I became like the go-to person for that. No one came to me for football. I wasn't that good at football, but that was someone else's go-to. No one came to me to like climb ladders, because back then I was really scared of heights. But someone else is the go-to person for that, right? So what are you the go-to person for? And if you think about nichifying in websites, why is anyone going to go to you? So Johnny, he's talking about personal trainers. There's shitloads of personal trainer website creators out there. Why are you the go-to? What do you do? What do you put out there? Right? Do you regret not having done a design apprenticeship? No. And I'll tell you why. You don't need a design apprenticeship. You don't need to. I was head of analytics in the NHS. I have a degree in law. My manager, who was the associate director for business intelligence, had a degree in geography. Did we need to have a degree in statistics, analytics, or computer studies or anything like that? No. It's more about what you do and how you apply it. So, did we need a design apprenticeship? No, because from a young age, I've had this thing about designing like visually, like comics, illustrations, logos, stuff like that. Colors. I was the kid when I was 7 or 8 years old. I'm the kid, when they got their pocket money, my brothers and friends would go and buy chocolate and Kinder Surprise. I'm the kid that would take that £1 and go and buy the latest Transformers comic, the latest Thundercats comic, the latest X-Men comic. I was that kid. 85, 86. That's who I was. Well up until like the mid-90s. You know, the death of Superman, I went and got it. The Batman comics, I would go and get it. When Star Wars brought out the Dark Horse comics, I think it was in 93. You know, when they first brought them out with Luke and all of that. I went and got that. I was reading that, and people would be like, oh, you're 14 years old, but you're still reading comics. I did not care. So what you do is you sometimes you have a flair and a way of understanding. That being said, though, Humberto, and you make a good question. If I didn't have that appreciation and understanding, then it would be good to learn. And this is why I'm doing the Elementor course. To get people to start thinking from start to finish. In fact, so far, The video series is 3 hours long. I've just started doing the header. The first 2.5 hours is everything prior to that. Your logo, your fonts, your colors, thinking about all this stuff, all of the brainstorming, your wireframing. And if you're struggling to understand something, go and learn it. If you're building websites and you look at your website and you go, this is brilliant. I love what I've built here. But then when you get a review, people go, your font's not right. Your color's not right. Your image is not right. Go and learn. Go and watch videos. Go and read books. Because that is the only way you're going to start to improve yourself. But if you just go, no, I know what I'm doing. I don't care what the world says. You will never improve. Every day I am learning. You're not the only one watching video. I'm also watching videos every day, every night. I'm also the one learning. I'm also the one doubting something I said last month. I said that, but I don't believe in that now. Well, no, that was wrong. My mindset's changed. There's always development. There's always evolution. So that was a very long-winded backstory to me and to where I am. But I've been there. I've got the t-shirt. I've worn the t-shirt. I've burnt the t-shirt. I threw away the t-shirt. Alex Aposto, I need your help. I have a WooCommerce shop and I want to create links for specific categories. Like a submenu that leads to specific, but I need the separate URL. Well, what you need to do is just go to that category page. Go to your shop. Add in a widget or breadcrumbs or whatever. Go to a product, click on the category, and you'll get a URL. There's your URL. Now add it as a mega menu or a button menu, or even put the menu into your menu with a custom link. So Alex, my email is down here, but you know the drill. Nothing is for free anymore. We do the videos, we do the live chat, but we do not do anything else more for free. Or something like that anyway. All right, look everyone, I've been live now for 1 hour and 9 minutes. And then hide it in Elementor. Why would you want to hide it in Elementor though? Why would you want to hide it? I mean, the button could be there. I mean, they're obviously going to click it to get to where they want to go. So I'm not sure why would you want to hide it? You got to help me out here on that. I am going to go off in a bit. My back is killing me. I really mean it. My back is absolutely painful. And Raheem ain't well today, so he's home. He's been sniffling all day. Just looking at the state of him, you can tell he's practically, he's you know, look at this boy. I've seen cabbages look better than him. I hate cabbages as well. I'm gonna jump off in a moment as well because my back is hurting and I'm just like, I need to walk around a little bit as well. You want to hide the breadcrumbs? Yeah, exactly. So you do it, you get the link, and then you remove the widget. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. Hey, look, Gary, thanks for being here, mate. See you soon. Hey, Paul, thanks very much. Yeah, it's one day I will write a autobiography called Imran or something like that. All right, take care, everyone. Yeah, see you all soon. I'm going to jump off, and I really do need to go stretch my back, and I've got some more editing and stuff I got to plan out. Mohammed Wakas, in your opinion, what is the best tool set that a solo freelance web designer can use? Bricks, quickly. Well, think about it, Wakas. What do you think? Because I could say Bricks, I could say Quickly, I could say Blocksy, I could say Elementor, I could say Ocean WP, I could say Breakdance, I could say Wix, Squarespace, Webflow, Visual Composer, Beaver Builder, Builder, Bob the Builder. I could say all of these. But it's more about, hey, Maddie, it's more about what do you want to get out of it? Because if you're going to hand a website off to a client, Brick's saying, okay, so Mohammed Wakas, who's going to maintain the website when it's built? You or the client? You or the client? Who will maintain the website? Is it you or is it them? Please answer the question, Shamal. No, but who's yeah, we're still live. Who's gonna maintain it, Mohammed? I'll tell you now. If the client might maintain the website, okay, or they might get another person to work on the website with them, then I think Elementor makes much more sense. If, however, you're going to maintain it, then most likely bricks makes sense. So think about this, Mohammed, okay? You build a... Hey, Linda, take care. You build... Don't forget to smash like, all of you. Please don't forget that. Mohammed, you build a website in bricks, and you're now going to expect the client to look after it. Is that fair on the client? Are you hoping they break the website? Because as a web designer and a developer, don't just think of yourself as a business. I want to build your website and then I'm going to give it back to you. That's okay, but surely you should care, because otherwise that's like a car designer designing a car. They sell it to you and they don't care now. They don't care if the car breaks down later on, because they're going to go, well, I built it, now over to you. If you know the car needs care and attention, build the car to handle that, but also make it easy for the client to look after it. So think about who's going to look after that website. Because if the client's looking after it, why did you build it in bricks? Because I don't mean to be funny here, but a lot of clients, and I don't mean to be disrespectful to anyone out there, but your bog standard client who knows nothing about web design is going to struggle with bricks, and they will very easily break something on the global class system. The widget is yellow and they touch it without realizing it touched everything, or they touched it and it wasn't yellow, or it was on hover, or something else, or there's an update with bricks, because bricks is still in the infancy. I know it's good, but it is still evolving. Wouldn't you agree? Is that fair on the client? You could argue and say, yeah, but Elementor doesn't have good days all the time. Yes. But if you drop dead and that client now needs to get someone else to work on that website, they ain't going to struggle to find an Elementor developer. Quickly, they might struggle. Bloxy, there'll be a few. Elementor, there's millions. Bricks is a bit of a nichified market at the moment. So think about your clients. So you should know the answer, but then you got to kind of take a deep breath and think about yourself as a designer. If you care about your clients, you will make sure that they are okay. So even if you drop dead or you separate, they are still empowered to work on that website. Wouldn't you agree? You don't even know what I'm talking about. No. All right, everyone, I'm going to say goodbye now. Take care. See you all soon. Will I be back tomorrow? I might be. I probably will be. Humberto, you should think again about maintenance. My experience that clients break. Absolutely. Do you know what, Humberto? You are right, Humberto. You are absolutely right. Clients can break everything. But from my experience, it does depend on the client. It does depend on the website. It's easier to fix with an Elementor, whereas with bricks, they could really trash things out. And then they blame you for it. Right, okay, everyone, I'm going to jump off now. See you all soon. Say goodbye, Raheem.
Bye.
No, you meant to say goodbye, Raheem. Say goodbye, Raheem.
Goodbye.
Raheem.
No.
Right.
It's a live chat.
Yeah, it's goodbye, Raheem. We're still live. Say,
okay.
Say goodbye, Raheem. Goodbye, Raheem.
But I am Raheem.
You meant to say goodbye, Raheem.
Oh.
All right. Tell me to say goodbye from you. Say goodbye.